Ride through the city like Brennan Schaub. I'm on a mission to get it all. Ride through the city like Brennan Schaub. If you ain't thick, please don't get involved.
And now, Brandon Thick Boy Schaub.
Yes, sir. Monday, June 8th. It is time. UFC 250 Freedom Week, baby. Let's freaking go. I didn't know if this day would ever come. Well, we've been talking about this for about a year. About a year, at least. I remember I first heard about it when a very close friend of mine first found out about it before anybody and texted me, don't say shit. They're doing a UFC at the White House. I was like, yeah, fucking right. Yeah, right. Even coming from him, I was like, yeah, right, dude. That's insane. Hey, here we are. And it's been some ups and downs, hasn't it, guys? And I think, it got off on a weird foot. Because, God, where do you even start with this? It got off on a weird foot because originally, it gets announced, it kind of made official. UFC's doing a White House card, right? And you're like, oh shit, that's crazy. And then the hype got built around Dana saying it's going to be the best card ever. Trump being like, it's going to be 12 title fights. You're like, that doesn't make sense, but this is going to be insane. And then the card gets announced and they kind of messed that up. And that's on them. They kind of messed it up, just building so much hype, telling us it was going to be the best card ever. And that sucks. That kind of sucked. So it got a lot of backlash. And then Netflix came, did the MVP card, and it was like, they didn't make it about this weird competition. Like, Netflix MVP is better than the White House card, which is hilarious. So it's gone through its ups and downs, and finally it's here. And let me say this. There's a lot of people, other channels that do what I do, or people in the space, all they do is complain. All they do is complain about this UFC White House card and this and that. Shut the fuck up. If you're not excited about Sunday's card, you ain't shit, dude. You ain't shit. If UFC Freedom 250 isn't all you're thinking about till Sunday, you ain't shit. You're not a real fan. Yeah, but Trump, I don't give a fuck, dude. I do not care. This is such a unique moment for our sport. It is so badass. I get it, and I'm with you guys. It's very weird. The rich oligarchs are cage side. It's weird. The 1%ers are going to be the majority of the crowd. All that's I hear all that. It's weird that we're in this, basically about to go to war with Iran. I get all that. All this shit is crazy. Netanyahu, dude, it's wild. I'm with you guys. None of it matters come Sunday. It's about the fighters. It's about the event. It's about the promotion. It's about how far the sport's come. It's about Ilia Topuria searching for greatness. It's about Justin Gaethje defying the odds. At this magnitude and this stage, probably one of the biggest upsets of all time. It's about Poatan chasing history, chasing his legacy, his greatness. It's about Ciryl Gane trying not to get in his own way and get a 6th title shot, which is insane. It's a special, special time. It is. And there's a lot of shit that you have to cut through to get here. But we're here. And it's dope. And I think now it's time to let your guard down and just soak it in. Y'all. We're doing our first live stream ever for members only on my YouTube channel. It will go live at 11 Central Time, 11 a.m. We will go live. Members only will be able to ask questions. It's a dialogue between me and you boys and gals. Assuming a real cockfest. That's just my demo. It is what it is, boys. It's the Big Brown Breakdown Club. You got to become a member and fire away in the chat, and we'll go as long as you guys want to go. Let's see how it goes. But that is tomorrow for the first time. Big Brown Breakdown is live streaming on this YouTube channel for the members only, the Big Brown Breakdown Club. We're the Brownies. Let's get it going. Let's fill that bad boy up, and let's have a good time. How you feeling about it, Chin? First live stream like this. We've done Fight Companions. This is a little different, huh, bud?
Yeah, and we had a team too, and I miss my boy Casey so much, especially for this stuff. But we're going to try our best. And just real quick, for people that don't know how to do it, it's like on that cover page so basically go to Thick Boy YouTube channel, and that black star, click on it. And
it says join, right?
Yeah, just join, and then just click on it, and it'll take you there.
Yep.
And then you can write in questions straight to Brendan. He'll answer you back. It'll be a fun time.
It's going to be fun, man. Leading up to UFC 250 Freedom. I got special outfits. Dude, let's go. I cannot wait. Do we know what time the fight is on Sunday?
It's a damn good question. I think it's 7, but
it's at night, right? Please be at night, because my 6-year-old is on the Austin All-Star team, and I know for sure they have 2 games on Saturday. They have 1 game on Sunday. Oh, we're good, baby.
Yeah.
We're at 7.
So
There's no way
time.
the 6-year-olds are playing at 7 o'clock at night. Oh, we're good. Even if it's 2 o'clock game, we're good. Oh, that'd be scary. That'd be scary. Now, I did get a UFC Freedom belt too.
I don't know if it's going to be here.
Bro, it says July 14th.
Oh, there you go.
I need it for this damn event, UFC. Come on, baby. Come on now. Come on now. Oh, I cannot wait, man. And, there's some debate back and forth, right? Is this going to be the biggest UFC card ever? Is it going to beat Netflix MVP? I will almost guarantee you guys it is. It is. It is, because you got to realize not only is the MMA media, obviously we're covering it, but it's everything anybody's been talking about for how many months now? But then also it's leaked outside of that, and now all sports media is talking about it. Now it's leaked outside that, and the general consumers, the casuals, the TMZs, the political channels, CNN, Fox Nation, all of them are picking up. BBC, now it's gone global. And not only is it streaming on Paramount, but simulcast, it's also going to be on major CBS. I don't think there's any chance that its peak numbers don't destroy any numbers they've had before. Not even close. Once in a lifetime event. I'd almost be willing to bet this beats all that. All that. Netflix MVP ain't shit. I bet the Kimbo numbers on CBS, dude, it beats all that. I'd be willing to bet it does. This will never happen again. So if you're a political pundit, you're a political person, and for whatever reason, like I'll see some comments like, well, me and my coworkers, we can't stand Trump. We decided to ban and not watch on Sunday. Oh, you're gay. Oh, you snowflake. You're snowflake. That's crazy. Dude, can you imagine if we're in an office? I mean, we kind of are. We're in a studio. But if we all worked in a communal office and the guys across were like, hey, guys, did you see the UFC's throwing a freaking card at the White House? And we're like, yeah, man, we all love UFC. And like, yeah, but because Trump's involved, let's all not watch it. I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up. There's no way. There is no way I would miss this card. Not a chance. That's insane. Also, it doesn't matter. Y'all are going to realize when the numbers come out of how many people watch this, how much bullshit is on the internet. You're going to realize all this gossiping, all this shit talk towards the UFC and Trump and the UFC Freedom White House card. Oh, when you see the numbers, you're going to realize all those cucks who were saying, we're not going to watch it. It doesn't matter. And guess what? They probably did watch it. They probably did. People just talk shit. All the negativity around them, like, what's wrong with you? The UFC's tossing a fucking fight card, an insane fight card. Is it the best of all time? No, it's fucking good though, dude. For free on CBS? And y'all complaining? Come on. Listen, I'll give the UFC their shit when they need it, But this ain't it, man. This ain't it. This ain't it. This is insane, dude. This is insane. I tell you, I gauge everything based off baseball dads, coaches. A week before when they're all, dude, Sunday. I'm like, yeah, I know what Sunday. Do you? And they're like, yeah, UFC. I'm like, oh, shit, this is going to be big. This is going to be big. Get my freaking, you know me, I stay on my Diet Coke. I love in a styrofoam foam cup here with a little crushed ice, dude. Paint it. The lady, big girl, Texas. Boy, oh boy, Sunday. It's Sunday. What's Sunday? UFC. I'm like, yeah, that's right, lady. Give me a Slim Jim while you're at it. All right, let's take a little break from the Big Brown Breakdown. Listen, when I started this podcast, it seemed like I had to figure it all out on my own. Script, setting up, filming schedule, logos. It was all super overwhelming, and every day seemed to introduce a new decision that needed to be answered. When you're starting off with something new, it seems like your to-do list keeps growing every day. New tasks. That list can easily begin to overrun your life. Finding the right tool that not only helps you out, but simplifies everything can be such a game changer. Then you focus on things that matter, like content, giving strong-ass opinions. For millions of businesses, that tool is Shopify. Cha-ching! Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. from the big boy household names to brands like this, Drive Fast All Gas, T-Fat-K, Big Brown Breakdown. Shopify is our one-stop shop, all right? Accelerate your efficiency, whether you're uploading new products or trying to improve existing ones. Shopify is packed with helpful AI tools that write product descriptions, page headlines, and even enhance your product photography. All right, AI. What if people haven't heard about your brand? Say less. Shopify helps you find your customers with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns. And if you get stuck, Shopify is always around to share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer support. We got you, man. Start your business today with the industry's best business partner. That's Shopify. And start hearing cha-ching. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/Schaub, all lowercase, SCHAUB, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Schaub, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/Schaub, all lowercase. Cha-ching. Let's get back to the program. Why don't you give me one of those big, thick, Slim Jims? Let's celebrate this, baby. Yeah, if you're not getting your rocks off, you ain't shit. You ain't a real fan. You ain't a real fan. If you're letting politics sway the way you feel about this card, but I'm also not one of those guys say it's not political. 100% it is. 100% it is. 100%. 1,000% this political. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I still get an awesome card. Also, me boycotting it for whatever reason, how I feel about Trump or J.D. Vance or any of the bullshit they're doing, or the cuck Mark Zuckerberg's being cage side, it don't matter. It still continues on. None of that matters. None of us are that important. It does not matter. This card's going to crush it. Get over yourself. Watch the goddamn fight. It's going to be sick. Now, to be fair, if you're going to critique anything, a lot of the matchups are one-sided. They're one-sided. We'll do our official picks. When do you want to do it, Chin? On Friday? Friday show?
Yeah.
We'll do our official picks. But the question is not who do you think's going to win, because there's such favorable matchups. I'm sure we'll probably have most same picks. The pick should be, out of all of them, which underdogs do you actually think have a chance to pull it off? And I'll tell you my number one right now, before we even do picks on Friday. I'll tell you my number one dog who I think can pull it off. You ready for this? Michael Chandler. I think Chandler can win. I've never been that blown away by Hoofy. Never. I get the comparisons to Connor. His cardio ain't great. And Chandler has cardio, and if Chandler can land takedowns early, I think he can beat him via decision or TKO ground and pound. He's a big, favorable underdog. But, man, you go look at Hoofy's fights. Go watch him, man. Again, impressive, especially if he lands early. That first round's going to be a fucking nightmare for Chandler. But if Chandler lands takedowns early, he ain't a bad bet. What is he? Plus 500? Buddy, take my mother money. Stylistically, Huffy ain't winning any awards for cardio. His cardio is worse than Connor's. I really think if Chandler can fight smart, don't fight like a knucklehead, don't fight like a frat bro, be composed, and if he gets it done, I think they're going to reward him with a Conor McGregor fight after this. That's a whole other thing we can get into. I think that's still an option for him, especially if he looks good. But after, I think he's the biggest dog on the card. I think he has the highest chances to win. Mm-hmm. I think Huffy has a lot of holes in his game, and I think his cardio is a massive issue. I think if Chandler doesn't fight like a meathead and goes for the bonus, sometimes I go for that bonus just to get the bonus, even if he's going out on his shield. I don't need that. I need you to fight smart, grapple this motherfucker, get him down, wear that gas tank out, and let's start. If you're going to take chances, let's do it in the second, third round. I can see Chandler winning this fight. Out of all the guys on this card, I think Chandler has the best chances for an upset. I'll give you the rest of the picks on Friday, but buddy, best fight on the card is Poatan versus Ciryl Gane. That's the best fight, the most intriguing fight. Sean O'Malley, it's a great matchup for him to get a finish. Hokick, Derek Lewis. Again, that one, listen, they're both big dogs. I'm not telling you to bet your kids' private school tuition on it, but if Hokick fights like a dumbass, if he just goes balls to the wall and tries to just apply pressure and get a knockout over Derek Lewis, it ain't a bad idea to put some money on Derek Lewis and Chandler. Diego Lopez, Steve Garcia, probably the best stylistic fun factor fight on the card. Because the issue with Ciryl Gane and Poatan is, do you know anybody who gets crunk for a Ciryl Gane fight? Do you know anybody's like, oh man, he's so fun to watch? Not really. And they're going to be feeling each other out in that first round. I think it's going to take a little while for that one to get going. Ciryl Gane is not a knockout artist. Despite what they tell you in the media, he is not a knockout artist. It's just not his thing. God, I can't wait. What are you going to do for it, Chin?
I haven't planned it. It's because it's a Sunday, and is it available? I'm sure you can find it on different platforms, right? Not just
it's
CBS.
on CBS and Paramount.
Oh, that we're good. Yeah, I'll just watch it at home.
Yeah, there's no reason to legally stream this one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I thought it might just be on TV. Yeah, of course, Paramount. What am I saying?
I can't wait, dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait. And 7 o'clock. What else you doing on a Sunday? What a nice fucking afternoon. Freaking Sunday day. I'll have baseball in the morning.
Yeah.
UFC White House card at night. Come on, bud. Come on. Be great if they win. Be great if my boys' team wins. They did great on Saturday, opening All-Star weekend. They cooked. And then Sunday, we played this Drippin' Springs team, and these fucking white boys put it on us. My God, can they hit. My God. Shortstop might be on steroids. And he's 6. Kid was good. Like you thought I'd test him. Just kidding. Kid was super talented. I just cannot wait, dude.
Do you think, like around here, because now I'm thinking, like, should I have some friends go out to a place? But I'm wondering, like, if we went to a place to watch it, would there be mayhem afterwards or some shit like that? Like traffic going back home. Is it that crazy big? It's at the White House. It's a political event.
I don't in Austin. I mean, if we went downtown, that traffic can get a little dicey.
Yeah.
But
man,
I'm
staying home. Fuck it. No.
Man, if there's a time to do that, now it'd be now, Chin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got to get ready for work on Monday though. Don't want to get stuck in traffic and freaking get.
No, I bet you'd be okay because it's also like I don't know that this will never be done in our lifetime again.
Yeah, that's why it's kind of a big moment.
Special.
Yeah. Shit. All right, I'm gonna think about it.
It will never ever happen again as long as we live, Chin.
Yeah, I could see
that's what's cool about this. Put all the political shit to the side. I know I'm asking you to do it a lot here. Put all that shit to the side. This will never be done again. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Never see this again.
Yeah, we got to make the most of it, man.
Yep.
It's not just a regular fight.
Take it in, dude. Yep. Fucking take it in. And what is it? It's only seven fights?
7 fights.
and it's going to go pretty fast. I bet Diego Lopez, Steve Garcia could be a finish, could be fight of the night easily. Bo Nickel, Kyle, probably decision. Huffy, Chandler, if it goes the way I think it goes, decision. Hokit, Derek Lewis, not a chance. Sean O'Malley, Zahabi, I don't think there's a chance there. Poatan, Ciryl Gane, yeesh. But again, 7 fights, so even if you get some decisions, it's going to be a quick card.
Yeah.
That Poatan one, it's like that thing goes quick in the first, or you're getting 5 rounds, depending on how they fight. Ilya, Justin, oof. I wonder what the chances of Brian Callen knowing it's this Sunday.
Let's find out.
Oh, it's gonna be. That's the first thing I'm gonna ask him.
Yeah.
What are you doing this Sunday? See what he says.
Yeah. Don't say anything about Saturday.
No, I'm not. I'm like, what are you doing this weekend, dude? What's going on? And he'll be like, I'm like, are you on the road? I'm like, yeah, I'm like, what are you doing Sunday? I'm like, I don't know. Why? What's up? Yes, I can't wait. Casual.
So funny.
Fucking casual. We'll see though. He might. Brian will surprise you though. Sometimes he knows.
Yeah. I don't think he's a casual, but he just misses fights.
He's a casual.
All right, fine.
Yeah, he's a casual by all measures. Yeah, he won't know this fight's coming, dude. Oh, I can't fucking wait, bud. Can't wait. We'll cover the fights this weekend. I'm just so glazing UFC 250 Freedom. I just can't wait. But you did have fights this weekend.
We did.
Kiddo's games got done in time for me to watch it, so I'm not mad at that. Bryce Mitchell looked good, not an easy fight for him. Short notice, did his thing. Brendan Allen, Edmund Shabazian. I'm a big fan of Edmund Shabazian. Big fan. Unranked, Brendan Allen, for him to fight and you be ranked number 4 and fight an unranked guy just shows you what kind of fucking dog he is. I don't think maybe in the grappling department, but on the feet, there's not a ton of difference. Like you'll see these guys in the top 15, some of the guys who are unranked, you see the difference is all here in their mental space. Because it was just, it's almost hard for me to articulate this because there's not a huge gap in talent between Brendan Allen and Edmund. There's not a huge gap in talent between number 15 guy and the number 1 guy. The gap is in here. It's their mental. So for Brendan Allen, like you saw him just kind of take over and just press the fight and just wanted it more. Like there's guys who will go, you have to kill me in order to beat me. Most of the guys in the top 10 are that way. They really are. Especially if you're talking similar age, similar experience, stuff like that. There's not a huge gap in talent. It's all about their mental. And so that's the difference. And Brendan Allen really exposed that over Edmund in that fight. Really exposed that. And then with Belal, it's just, I told you guys this, and we all love Belal here. Love him. Nick's been at his house. I love Nick. Literally the biggest fight week of all time was like, I'm gone for the week. I'm like, really? This week? The biggest? Okay. But he's, shooting his own show and shit, so I understand that. But, he was over Belal's house. He's ate with Belal. Brian knows Belal. We all know Belal. Belal's an awesome human being. And there's no shade on any of that. I'm not throwing shade his way, but I told you guys it's over. And it's not a knock on Belal. I know how this goes. It's over. Meaning he'll never be champ again. The heyday and he reached the mountaintop and then he's slowly sliding down. It's just how a lot of guys' career goes. Most 99.99% of guys, it's how their career goes. And it's not a sad thing. He reached the pinnacle of the sport. 0.01% ever get to put that belt on or even get to fight for a belt. Like, he did it, man. He did it. And I love Belal. And unfortunately, like, you stick around, Bonfim, and there's other killers out there a lot of you guys haven't heard of are waiting in the wings, and they're going to eat these guys that you know and love up, and that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Yeah, you watch that fight, you're like, not one shot? You don't want to grapple at all? The game plan was going to try and outstrike him? That always bothers me. And I won't go too hard on his team because I don't know. Maybe in training camp, the game plan was to incorporate takedowns and, And that's what makes Belal special is his takedowns and his grappling and mixing it up. Not his hands. His boxing's sufficient and good, but it's not world-class by any means. But if you remember, there was a time, too, where him and his team said, he could beat Canelo in boxing. And you're like, what's going on here? Whenever I see that stuff, like, remember when Ronda was like, he should beat Mike Tyson in boxing? Like, what the fuck is going on here? There was always red flags. Always red flags. But decent fight night. Just edging us to freaking Sunday. And I love a Sunday card. I'm not going to watch it. It's Trump's birthday. Shut up. Don't care.
Did we ever have a UFC Sunday ever?
Oh, yeah.
We did?
Oh, yeah. There's been several UFCs on Sunday.
I know there's like major fights.
They've done Flag Day a number of times, I think twice. They've done some other events on Sundays. Awesome. Nobody can tell me otherwise. I posted a thing yesterday on Sean Strickland getting banned from the White House. I think when I did that, it was a question that got brought up on Sunday's chat, right? I shoot those on Fridays. So it was brought up on Sunday's chat. It's always a little dicey of an area, and I knew it would create some dialogue. My whole point is, the UFC prides themselves on being, First Amendment, freedom of speech. And guys have said some atrocious shit, dude. Like, where you're just like, ugh. Some of it makes you cringe. Some of you're like, I can't believe this is my sport. And nothing ever happens to him. And then, he says one thing about Israel, and then that's where they draw the line. Clearly, I don't have the brain power or the knowledge to even get into the whole Israel shit and all that stuff. And I see the blowback online, stuff like that, whenever you mention Israel and stuff like that. And even Michael Rappaport, who's our boy. I love Michael Rappaport. He was in the comments on there. And he makes a valid point. He goes, maybe do you think he said so much horrible shit that this was the final straw? I know it's Israel, but maybe this was like, all right, dude. Because he said some wild shit that this was finally the time where they're like, enough's enough. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do I think that the owner of TKO, Ari Emanuel, who's super pro-Israel, has anything to do with it? Absolutely. He's more powerful than Dana White, Do
you want me to go to the thing or no?
Yeah, you can. Go to Banned Israel comments.
There's Michael's.
So Mike Rappaport, maybe in all caps. I'm just spitballing. Listen, Mike, I love you too. We're not getting some internet beef here. Maybe I'm just spitballing. Maybe it's a collective amount of stuff he said, and they need to look out for the best interest of the main event or of the event. Maybe. Yeah, maybe, Mike. Yeah, you might. I can see that. I'm not going to die on this hill. This guy put go up chin. Sound to me like the UFC gave him a ticket to go, but the White House is in control of who's allowed in, and Hunter called him and said his clearance was knocked back. Yep. Whenever you get into this Israel stuff, and I know there's a lot of emotion in it, and people go, well, what's your take on whose side you're on? I'm not on anybody's side. Any side that thinks killing innocent children and women is okay, you're out. I don't give a fuck what side you're on, what Old Testament, what Bible, whatever the fuck this Bible, the God you look up to. I promise you that Lord and Savior of yours, whoever you worship, is not on board with you killing innocent children and women. Guarantee it. And if your book says that's okay, you're worshiping the wrong person. I'll tell you that much. And I don't know what it says in that book. I don't know any of this shit. All I know is when innocent kids are getting murdered, it's our land. I don't give a fuck. Whenever innocent people are dying, nothing is more important. Nothing is more important than those children and women. Nothing. So if your religion is telling you that that's okay or is justifying killing innocent women and children, you're wrong. I don't care what history says. I don't care what your savior says. I don't care what your preacher, whatever the fuck it is, tells you that they can validate whatever reason for killing innocent women and children across the board. You're out. I'm not on your team. I do not support any of it. So whatever side that puts me on, put me in. Sign me up. But whoever's killing innocent children because they think they're working for a higher power, it's their adjustable right because it's old land, you're out. You're fucking wrong. That's where I stand. Those kids and children have nothing to do with it. They were born there, and that's it. And by default, they got to fucking deal with these repercussions. Get the fuck out of here. You out of your mind? You out of your goddamn mind? That's where I stand on it. Oh boy, fight night is here. It's Sunday. It's going down at the White House, baby. And only on DraftKings, they got you covered every step of the way. DraftKings app is now available in all 50 states, including all markets, bringing the game straight to your fingertips wherever you are. From the prelims to the main event, but there are no prelims. There's 7 fire fights this Sunday. All right, we got you guys, man. So no matter where you're watching, you're always connected in the game with one app. New to DraftKings customers, sign up with the code SCHAUBSHOW. Spend $5 to get $200 in rewards with 21 days. That's SCHAUBSHOW in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Bet with DK Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-MY-RESET. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, bet tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Void in Ontario. Event contract trading with DraftKings predictions involves risk of loss. Sportsbook bonus bets expire in 7 days. $50 in predictions dollars issued weekly for 3 weeks expire in 1 year. Redeem one non-withdrawable reward. Availability varies. Ends June 28th. Terms at dkng.co/audio.
So Strickland said this. I'll tell you what didn't help a lot of the bullshit I was getting. Those comments when you mentioned Israel's wild. Sean Strickland reposted it. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, okay, it's going to get weird, you know? So Strickland says, I talked to Hunter yesterday about the White House ban and what I said. He just laughed and we carried on. Yeah, I don't think it's like Hunter doing this, by the way, or Dana for that matter. Regardless of this administration fascist views on speech, the UFC is holding the line for First Amendment. And then this gentleman, DMV football guy, says, so are you going again? And then Strickland says, I'll be in D.C. Is there a fan greet? Maybe I'll go there. God. Keep going down. Go up. Oh, Strickland didn't even answer that. Let me see MMA Guru's stance on this. Right there.
Right here?
Yeah, click on
play it?
Yeah, play that. Hopefully it doesn't get us kicked off YouTube. But he's doing it on YouTube.
Strickland should be allowed at the White House event. That's going to be my take this video. What's the problem? If what Strickland's saying isn't true, then why are you taking it so seriously? You know? If what Strickland is saying is true, that Trump is owned by so-and-so, it's not a public opinion, it's straight this slop. Dude, if Strickland was saying India runs the world, the Indian Prime Minister owns Donald Trump, no one would bat an eyelid. It's just silly nonsense.
Facts.
So obviously, if what Strickland's saying is not true, why are we reacting so crazy serious about it and trying to shut him down and silence Sean Strickland's opinion? It's just silliness.
Play it. You can pause it.
There's no way.
Yeah, and that's kind of my take too. It's like, hold on, and I'll ask Brian on Firing the Kid. He can educate us because I don't know all the history with all that shit, right? But I've heard everything. And then as soon as someone mentions Israel, now he's banned from the event. Now it could be anything. It's not that I'm anti-Israel. Get all that out of here. I'm just curious, very curious, why this was it. Very strange. You look at who owns TKO, Netanyahu, Trump's relationship. It's weird. It is weird. It is weird. I'd be saying the same thing if they banned him, if he brought up, if Strickland said some wild shit about bananas. I'm like, well, hold on. Bananas? The fuck? You're going to ban him for bananas? Like, that would be weird. To me, this is weird. This is a red flag. Bring up Israel, you get banned. It's very strange. That's all I'm saying. That's it. I still don't think Strickland should go. What else you got, Jen?
All right, so there's a lawsuit.
This is hilarious. Bitch. So this is last minute lawsuit seeks to put a stop to corrupt scheme. UFC White House event. Talk about clickbait. UFC lawsuit. They're going to stop it and shut it down. The event's Sunday, dumbass. This is nothing. This is two local citizens trying to put this lawsuit together. They have nothing going on. This is nothing. This is nothing.
I saw it pop up everywhere too.
Everywhere. Yeah, because the week of the event, you think the White House is like, oh, Chucks, you got us. Let us shut it down.
He might, I don't know anything about this stuff, but he might have to deal with this later, like just being investing in this thing, whatever. I don't know the details.
Nothing
I'm not
will
going to jump in
happen.
this.
Nothing will happen. Trust me when I say this, he's gotten away with a lot more than this.
Yeah.
Trust me, he's gotten away with a lot more than throwing a sporting event on the White House lawn. It's Donald Trump. Yeah. He's dealt with much worse, Bubba. Much worse.
All righty, that's it for that one. What do you think of this?
So we're watching a video of Eddie Hearn. It says Eddie Hearn takes aim at Michael Bisping over Tom Aspinall's contract dispute. Hit it.
Guys, like you got like the company. I mean, Michael Bisping is like Johnny Nelson, right? For Sky Sports, you know.
I don't know who
Michael
Johnny Nelson
Bisping
is.
for UFC.
I assume he's a
Johnny
former
Nelson,
boxer that worked for
I mean,
Sky
David, this is
Sports.
unbelievable. 6,000 in here tonight. The BIC holds 2,000. Right, I mean, and they're people, wow, and Daniel's going, well, I know, yeah, it's like, mate, you lot are absolutely, I mean, and Bisping should be ashamed of himself because Bisping's a fighter. But I understand as well, he's got to do as he's told. And, you know, but he's also got to, like, there is no fighter in the world that can look at Tom Aspinall's position and think it's fair. Some UFC guys, like, you got, like,
Yeah. Says a retired professional boxer from Britain.
Oh, let's get into it. So again, if you missed Sunday's Q&A, I talked about, Bisping's comments about Tom Aspinall, him and Paul Felder talking about it. And a lot of what Bisping's saying is true. It's true. He's like, dude, I have had horrible eye surgery. I came back and fought way before he did. He's not very open about it. And I get all that, and I co-sign with Bisping. Like, I agree. That's weird. Listen, both things can be true. So 100% Bisping's right. Hey, man, what's going on with Tom Aspinall? I've had way worse eye issues. I had surgery. I lost a fucking eye. I came back. I fought. What's up, dude? And we have no update on you? Like, what's going on? There seems to be something more going on here. That's true. That's true. But again, what they failed to kind of bring up is, well, why is Tom having issues? Well, their boss, Dana White, shit all over Tom Aspinall and create a rift between Tom and the brass. Like that can't just be something we just scathe over and be like, it's not a big deal. It's everything. And then now to make matters worse is Eddie Hearn's like, he ain't fighting. He has 2 fights left. He ain't fighting until we renegotiate. Here's my take on this. I think Eddie Hearn's great. When Tom signed with Eddie Hearn, I said, if I'm a fighter, I sign with Eddie. He's going to do wonders for these guys. He knows the lay of the land. He's outside the box. He's a beast. I love Eddie Hearn. He's a beast. That being said, Eddie Hearn knows a contract's a contract. So if at the end of the day, there's no winning here for Tom and Eddie Hearn. The contract is signed. That ink is dried. You agreed to fight for that amount of money. That's it, Bubba. There's no way to get around that. Eddie knows this. So by him saying he's not going to fight, it only fucks over Tom. There's no way to get out of this. And Eddie should know this. People have tried before. Listen, kudos to you for creating, ruffling the feathers and all this. It's not going to happen. What's going to happen is Tom will be shelved forever if you do this. The move is, all right, we're going to fight our 2. We're going to win those and then renegotiate or jump over to Netflix and fight Francis. And what I thought, I didn't know he was going to do this. What I thought Eddie was going to do is bring different opportunities to Tom from a sponsorship standpoint, because he worked with Anthony Joshua. So Anthony Joshua has Rolex and these big brands that don't fucking touch UFC fighters. You know, you look at, I was watching Formula One this weekend in Monaco, you know, Louis Vuitton sponsoring this thing. They have these massive high-level sponsors that don't touch MMA guys. Eddie has those connections. So I thought that's what he was going to do. And get Tom, you know, maybe different collabs with Anthony Joshua and all this stuff. But when it comes to the contract, buddy, that thing's signed, sealed, delivered. That's airtight, locked tight. There's no negotiation there. Tom has to be a man of his word. Should he be compensated more? Absolutely. That should have been done at the negotiation table before you sign the motherfucking contract. Now, Eddie and Tom are going to win the public opinion. I don't know anybody, unless you work for the UFC, you know, Bisping and Felder and these other guys, who are like, Tom's fucking up. Most of the public is going to side with Tom on this. Who doesn't want a fighter to get paid more money? And what Eddie Hearn's saying, yeah, you're right, Eddie. None of this matters, though. This is just going to fuck over Tom. We're not going to see him fight, dude. Here's the other shitty thing. The UFC does not need Tom. And Tom was realizing that as he's going through these eye pokes and these surgeries, you realize the UFC is a circus. You're just an elephant. And now you got an elephant and you got fucked up eyes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the circus keeps going. You're not that important, dude. So you got to do what's best for you, which is like, yeah, that's why you should get more money. I'm fucking with you. But you signed the contract to compete in the UFC already. There's no reneging that. There's no going back on that. There's no negotiation. The UFC doesn't have to negotiate. Well, I just won't fight. Very cool. Don't fucking fight. We're praying Poatan wins this weekend and everybody's going to forget about you, dude. It's not good. Tom has no leverage at all. So for Eddie, you know that all you're doing now is you're creating this bigger divide for Tom. And the way this ends is the UFC does not need Tom. So if Eddie goes, well, he ain't fighting, UFC goes, cool. But that's fucked up. Cool. Well, he's your champ. We'll strip him. That's how this ends. You're not going to win, dude. We've seen guys, Randy Couture tried this. How'd that go? It's not good, man. It's not good for Tom. What is he, 33? You're in the height of your career? What the fuck are you doing, dude? This isn't going to end well, man. I'm telling you. Eddie needs to go, all right. Listen, can't get out of the contract. We're going to be a man of our word. We're going to fight these last 2 fights. And then after that, game on. That's the move. In the meantime, because your fighter's not active right now because of his eyes or whatever, you should bring him other endorsement opportunities, other things outside the box that only Eddie Hearn can do. And he has that capability. But to die in the hill of, well, then we're not fighting. Motherfucker, you signed the contract. That thing is airtight. Nobody's ever beat the UFC in a legal battle when it comes to those contracts. Ever. You got to fight those 2 fights. I'm with you. Should be compensated more. None of that matters. All that's irrelevant. He has to fucking fight those 2 fights. And it's only 2 fights. And they're big boy fights. So he'll make good, decent money. Now, the money should be making or the money he could make with Eddie? No. But you're missing the point here. He signed on a dotted line. His contract says, we offer you 2 fights. You get paid this much money. You have to fight. That's it. Bring him endorsements, bring him other deals until those 2 fights are up. Those are 2 big fights. Poatan, Ciryl Gane winner, and then probably one more after that. Who that is, I don't know. But either way, they're big fights. And then you can talk about money, negotiation, or you go over to Netflix. That's how this ends. But if you're not going to fight them till you negotiate and see more money, hey, y'all ain't fighting. Guarantee it.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious that they're using different fighters to play this ego game against each other.
The only people that get fucked is Tom.
The fighters, yeah. Or it's Tom right now.
And also,
sure.
but back to when Bisping was like, I had surgery and came back sooner. And you lost your eye, Bisping. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you come back too fast? Like, Bisping doesn't have a fucking eye.
Yeah.
So if I'm Tom, like, yeah, no, you came back faster than me. Buddy, you have one eye. I want to keep my fucking eyes.
Yeah.
There's also that nobody's talking about. There's also that. Bisping's like, well, I had surgery and came back way faster. It's like, no doubt. You lost your eye. I'm trying to salvage my motherfucking 2 eyes, dude, and not come back too soon. Right? Right? Let's keep both eyes. That's the goal. If it's waiting another 6 months, but I get to keep both eyes, sign me the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
If I'm Tom, like, whoa, yeah, no doubt, dude. You came back way before me and you're a legend, but you only have one eye. There's also that.
It's a good story. Right?
Great story.
Dope story.
One of the biggest gangsters of all time. One of the best fighters to ever do it. Face of UK fighting. He's the man. He's an outlier. Bisping's the man. End of the day, though, you have one eye.
Yeah.
Nobody chooses to have one fucking eye. If it means waiting 6 months longer, but you get to retire with 2 eyes, sign me the fuck up.
Yeah.
Let's take a little break here. Summer's always changing how I get dressed. I want pieces that feel lighter and more breathable, things that are easy but still put together. Here in the Austin heat, dude, you got to be smart. That's why I keep coming back to Quince. They focus on high-quality essentials that feel and look amazing. Think breathable linen, soft organic cotton, well-made basics, but without the luxury markup. It's that rare balance where everything feels elevated but still effortless. We got you, man. Their tees are soft, easy to wear, and their lightweight cotton sweaters are perfect for cooler summer nights, those barbecues, those little league games. They got you looking stylish, man. Everything at Quince is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. All right. Quince sent me their soft tee. It's so easy to wear. It's my go-to. As soon as I get home, I change into that. I wear it to the games. I wear it to the gym. I wear it everywhere. Their soft tees are amazing. Quince goes way beyond clothing, custom upholstered sofas, ceramic cookware, premium bedding. They got it all right? Elevate your summer wardrobe. Go to quince.com/shop for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/shop for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/shop. Yeah. That's one thing we're all forgetting. Right?
Yeah, we're looking at a different thing, but then that's it's pretty important.
Yeah. I'm with Bisping, dude. Yeah, you're a badass. You came back so fast. Yeah. But you have one eye.
We got to, yeah.
You know?
If you have a chance to have both your eyes, do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sure you've seen this hovering around lately on social media.
Nothing's going to happen.
I know, but I'm just saying it's popping up. So Armin Sarukian apparently bet $1 million on Justin Gaethje to win, and then of course everyone's like, you can't do that, and blah blah.
Yeah, they're on a live stream.
Yeah,
I watched the live stream, and it's the only reason I relate to it is there's such bros like me and my brother used to bet, and when you lay a bet down, you're like, dude, and you're like thinking about what you're gonna do with the money and stuff like that, and it's the hype of the bet. You're like, dude, because I think he wins. It's like a little over 5 million. You put down 1 million, win over 5 million. And he's like, yo, dude, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to buy Justin Gaethje a watch, dude. We can do that. And, dude, you can buy this. And then the hype goes, zzz, and then it hits you like, but what if he loses? You're like, oh, fuck. And then you hear Armin, reality hits. He's like, that's a lot of fucking money, man. My dad's going to be pissed.
That was the funniest part, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, my dad's going to wake up and be pissed.
But yeah, this was the main story that, you're not allowed to bet, you can get in trouble, or whatever. But
my thing is, but if you're betting, it's so fucking dumb. Why does he have an Angels hats on?
Is that Angels?
Yeah, it's Angels. Anaheim Angels. California Angels. Shout out to Mike Trout, one of my faves. Please go to the Dodgers. Anyway. I can understand coaches, but I don't get why a fighter can't bet on another fight that they're not involved with.
I mean,
it's stupid.
Because you could know something more than other people. Either way, I don't know. You can't do it.
But I can bet on fights. I get fucking inside info. It's not illegal.
But you're not part of the current roster, so it's just people that are actually fighting right now in the UFC.
Yeah, I just don't. You know what's gonna happen with this? Nothing.
Yeah, and I don't believe that they actually do these real bets either. I just don't.
Yeah, the only reason why I believe this one is because the reality. Maybe he's a good fucking actor. Maybe he's a great actor. But the emotions of betting, when me and my brother would bet on like football and fighting, that whole like, dude, we're gonna do this with the money, we're gonna do this, and then like the hype comes down like 15 minutes later, like, what if I lose?
Yeah.
Though?
So, I mean, maybe he could be like, oh, his buddy bet on it, but then he's providing the money. But then they can't prove that. So you can do that, I'm sure. You know, so maybe he is really betting.
It also could be, what they bet on? What platform do they bet on?
Of course, it's a sponsor. I don't know what it is, though.
That's the thing. That's the other thing. I'm always skeptical of all this stuff.
Yeah.
Why do all of them have Anaheim fucking Angels hats on? Even the other dude has the Angels hat.
Yeah. And then he did show the app multiple times, too.
Oh,
so,
yeah, you're right. It's a promotional thing.
Of course.
And then if the UFC is, let's say they get a fucking feather up their ass and they get all mad, he could be like, oh, dude, it's just promo. I actually have the money being wired back.
Yeah, or
there's so many ways around it. The UFC doesn't give a fuck. They have way bigger issues going on right now. I just want to know why they're all wearing Angels hats.
That could be one of the things that they did, yeah.
Is it a sponsor? It has to be a sponsor. God, figure it out, boys. You got a Yankees hat, you got two Angels hats, and a Dodger hat.
Next day we're buying the jet. Which one? Where are you? Are you with
Oh, that's Adrian Broner, yeah?
Hey, Pump, appreciate the 100 gifted. Yeah.
Let me see.
That's our sponsor, nigga.
Shout
out to Punt.
Oh, you were putting $1 million?
Love, man. You put $1 million? Rich Andy.
And it started with I bet you won't bet 50 grand.
Justin Gaethje, cash out 5.7 million.
Gaethje, please. Just now Gaethje lose. Whoa.
Hey, real quick though, is anyone having more fun than Armin Sarukian? Like, how fun does his life look?
I do wonder how that is.
He's so rich, right? He's so rich. Doesn't need the money. He's on streams. Yeah. And then when you see he filed for divorce, yeah. Yo, talking about the guy who's streaming nonstop and he's in fucking Newport Beach nonstop.
Who'd file for divorce?
I think his wife is. I think so.
Armin?
I think so.
I didn't even know he was married.
Right?
I don't know anything. Yeah. But I know Adrian Brody is having a great time. Like I haven't heard of him for a while, other than being in the news for like doing some really bad stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't look at Adrian Broner and go, man, but he's having fun. He looks miserable and he's severely out of shape.
He always sipping on something.
No. Him and Armin are in two different swimming lanes.
Oh yeah, of course. Swimming lanes. Let's go here. So this is Dana White responding to Joe Rogan's comments about the White House and why he thinks it's sort of like a gimmick thing and whatever. I'll just play the video for you. And let me refresh.
Pereira, if he wins the third world title that night, he jumps over Jon Jones and becomes the greatest of all time. Whatever Joe Rogan's opinions are, he had said something crazy like it seems like a gimmick.
Well, it's kind of a gimmick. They said it was going to be the greatest card of all time.
Joe Rogan is a grown-ass man who has his own opinions. I don't call him and say, what are you doing? Different people that work for me probably have some concerns about a lot of things in doing this event. But we're going to do it. I mean, what does a gimmick mean? It's a real fight with real stakes. When you talk about a gimmick, there's absolutely nothing gimmick.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Saying it's a gimmick's the wrong way to describe this event. Forget all that. It's insane that he said Poatan, if he wins the third world title that night, he jumps Jon Jones as the GOAT. Jon has more title defenses than Poatan has his entire career against elite competition. This isn't even up for debate. This is a horrible take. Now, he's a promoter, right? And one of the issues with this White House card is nobody's talking about the fights. No one's, I mean, we are, and people in our space are, but in general, all people are saying is there's a UFC at the White House. No one's really breaking down the fights or talking about the fighters. They're just not. That's where they missed the boat not having Conor on, because he's bigger than this. But none of these guys are bigger than that. So all anybody really knows as casuals go is there's fight Sunday night. They don't know who's fighting. No one's really talking about the event. This is Dana trying to get interest in some of the fighters on the card. He's a promoter. So what do you got to do? You either got to say he's the greatest of all time or these guys hate each other. That's usually promotion 101. There's serious bad blood or this guy's the greatest of all time. That's usually how you sell a fight these days. Well, Poatan and Ciryl Gane have no bad blood. I don't think they've even talked to each other, so we can't sell that. Well, if he wins, he's the greatest of all time. That's not true. Anybody that knows anything about fighting knows that's so far-fetched. That's fucking silly. Silly. There's no way to justify that in any facet. I don't care if you're the biggest Poatan fan in the world, which I love Poatan, but it's just so far-fetched.
I mean, they're
but we know this, right? We know this. We're in the game. My dad's going to watch this, or a person who's not balls deep in UFC and go, wow, Poatan, wow, if he wins, he's the greatest of all time, and that's why I did it. CNN and Fox News, wow, if he wins, he's the greatest of all time. I got to check it out. That's what this is.
I mean, so what do you think, though? Because I'm sure they're weighing the whole 3-belt thing, you know, even though it's like an interim belt, whatever. So if he's a 3-belt, he could be the first ever, right?
It's a different time. It's a different time. Like when Jon was in his prime and in his run, guys didn't do this. It's just a different time. You know, like Khabib would never do this. GSP in his prime would never do this. Like they stayed and defended their belt. It's just a different time. Guys do it because they can now, and obviously Conor kind of set that standard, and it made him so popular, and he made more money than everybody. So now it's this thing that they do. It's not good. What's impressive is staying in your division and defending it
multiple times,
multiple time, and being undeniable. Also, what Potan's doing is super impressive. Don't get me wrong. It's up for debate, top 10, but not number 1. Also, again, this is for hardcores. Beating Ciryl Gane at heavyweight, yes, it's impressive. Yes, it's an interim belt. So you're not even beating the champ because the champ, you know, is dealing with eye issues, and then the lineal champ isn't even in the UFC. So that's a whole nother argument. But Ciryl Gane, if you know anything about the sport, lost to Volkov just a few months ago. He didn't win that fucking fight. Even Dana thought Volkov won. You know, and then he fights Tom Aspinall after robbing Volkov of a split decision. And then he doesn't win that fight. He pokes Tom in the fucking eyes. And now he's rewarded a fight against Poatan. So, okay, you're being a guy who's this probably was his 6th attempt at trying to become champ. You're also, remember too, the only comparison between Jon and Poatan is going to be Ciryl Gane. It's their only common opponent. Jon Jones absolutely dog-walked Ciryl Gane. I mean, zero respect. Came in, slapped him in the face a few times, pushed him in his cage, bulldog choked him, which is a blue belt level submission. Just fucking bulldog choked this guy. He didn't land a single punch. So if you're going to compare resumes, the only common opponent is Ciryl Gane. Do you think Poatan's going to go in there and beat him more decisively and better than Jon did? Not a chance.
That fast? No.
Not a chance. Not a chance. Now, he can knock him out. It's going to be super impressive, but it's not going to be a flawless victory. I'd be very surprised if it is. Very surprised.
And you said they're going to feel each other out for a while too, which Jon and him did not. It was like, boom, done.
But again, this is to create hype. Again, he's a promoter. I'm not even mad at. I'm not saying I wouldn't be doing the same shit if I'm Dana.
Yeah, you got
I'd be doing the exact same shit.
Yeah.
Same shit Ronda was doing. Like everyone gets all up in arms about it when she goes, "This is the greatest fight of all time, and I'm the best of all time." People are like, "This is ridiculous." Just to sell the fucking fight. That's all this is.
Yeah, I thought this was kind of fun and interesting to see how accurate this will be. Obviously, it's just up in the air, but so this is Menace MMA HQ, and I guess they took this from Thrill.com. I don't know. Either way, it's showing what AI will predict.
Yeah, so this is the headline says this is what AI predicts will happen at the UFC Freedom event.
So it goes.
Charlemagne defeats the Bee by unanimous decision. Yeah, maybe. I think he gets a knockout, but yeah, odds are he wins by decision. Okay. Alex Pereira defeats Gane by KO in the third round. Yeah.
Third round, too. That's interesting.
I'm not mad at it. Alex Pereira defeats Gaethje by knockout round 2. Yeah.
That sounds very likely.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I think that's all they did, right?
They didn't give us the hard ones.
hold on. Yeah, maybe they just gave those. Yeah.
Question for you, Chin. What are the odds something happens at this event?
What do you mean something?
Shooting.
Oh, you're talking about like that
attempt.
kind of something.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I think it's such an obvious event.
They're not gonna
do it. It's because they wouldn't get anything out of it. You know.
Do they do it somewhere else because we're so focused on this? You think?
I think what you mentioned before, like you know how they have like the viewing party, kind of like something like that. They could probably do it at.
Supposed to hold 100,000 people.
Yeah, that's something like that is possible. But the White House, nah.
Agree.
Nah. They would get eviscerated.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, let's hope nothing happens at all, man. Just good fights. Alrighty. We already covered that. Oh, this one. This is Dana White's comments, an update on his comments about promoting Joshua and Fury. And this is with Mac Life.
I know where it is.
Where is it? If you are the lead promoter for the show, are they involved? Would they be part of the promotion? Are they at the fights?
I just told this young lady here, watch what happens over the next 30 days.
They specifically said that the contract states that Zuffa Boxing cannot promote.
You think that I would publicly lie?
And
then look like a fucking idiot in front of everybody?
So do you believe that...
Do you believe that I would?
I don't know if you would.
What would be the point of that? I was lying, everybody. I got you, right? What would be the point of that?
Are they going to look silly?
Call Eddie right now and ask him if he knows where the fight is.
Are they going to look silly once...
Call Eddie and ask him who negotiated the contract for the fight. Wasn't him. I know where it is.
Yeah, I believe Dana.
Yeah, but I wonder how deep this... I don't know what the details would be, but yeah, it's interesting.
Like you said, he was waiting next 30 days. Yeah, I don't think... There's no reason for Dana to bullshit on this.
Have you seen this at all? Jon Jones versus Daniel Cormier.
Is that an RAF?
No, it's going to be at a different wrestling thing. And I'll show you what Daniel Cormier said.
DC's going to need to shed some pounds, huh? Boy, thick.
He's thick, without a doubt.
Thick. And I, that is a 10-0 match. Jon Jones and I, that is a 10-0 match every single time. I know it, and he knows it. Alfredo spoke about it the other day, and I will tell you, he is telling you the truth when they are trying to make a competition between Jon Jones and I come together. Here's the problem, though, and this is what people don't tell you, not even Alfredo. The reality is, as I told you guys before, you don't have to goad me into this wrestling match. I know as a fact, I will beat him 10-0 at 47 years old. Here's the problem. I know I'm going to beat him 10-0, but he also knows I'm going to beat him 10-0. That's why he will not wrestle me. He won't do it. He will not wrestle. The amount of money that has been offered to us to do the wrestling matches, 7 figures, to wrestle. You tell me to wrestle for that? I'm in all day. Again, not only do I know I'm going to beat him 10-0, he knows that I'm going to beat him 10-0. Then the stipulations start. Then it's me going, well, I want to wrestle. If we're going to do anything, let's wrestle, right? You're a wrestler, I'm a wrestler. You said you can beat me, you can take me down. Let's do that. No, let's grapple. 10 minutes. Let's make that 8 minutes. Okay, let's do submission only. No. Let's do a match where we do points, right? Let's do points. Let's make sure that after the 8 minutes are done, we know who won. So I said, no, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to wrestle. I don't want to grapple. But to do it against Jones, to have an opportunity to do something against Jones, I would do that. Jon Jones and I, that is a 10-0 match every single time. I know it.
Oh, yeah, pretty much going.
You keep saying that?
Yeah.
I agree with DC. Yeah, if it's straight up wrestling, yeah, you're talking about an Olympian, dude. Olympic alternate.
Yeah, 7 figures.
Yeah, fucking for sure wrestle.
All right. Well, The Rock turned down his invitations.
I'm not buying any of this. I'm not buying any of this. I don't think he just turned it down. I mean, he didn't say shit.
Well, so they said the source is Vanity Fair. What? So you're saying like he wasn't planning on going in the first place?
Yeah.
Then, or
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. All this stuff where like, Sean Connery turns it down. You're like, what? No. I don't think any of these bitches got offered. Or they did and they're just not saying anything. The Rock's been involved with the UFC before. His fucking gear's on the walkout of the fighters. What are you talking about?
I don't know how crazy this is, but I guess UFC is going to have a new ranking system. We kind of talked about this before a while ago. I remember they were going to incorporate AI before, but I don't know the details.
But how about this? So the headline says UFC teased a new ranking system during tonight's broadcast with the long-running media panel model finally on its way out, based on measurable performance instead of opinion and popularity. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, you can't have a ranking system based off popularity or TikTok followers. What the hell are we even doing? Yeah. Oh, you're gonna run it like a real sport, you mean? Yeah. Can you imagine if college football, the BCS, did it off popularity? Is that it, bub?
I think that's pretty much it, man. Out of the big ones.
All right. Let's do some fan questions and get on out of here. Get on out. Go on, boy. Let's take a little break from the Big Brown Breakdown. You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you might not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. They make it super simple. Pop on over to Progressive.com, answer a few quick questions. You'll get a quick quote and coverage options tailored to your choices. Plus, you'll see which discounts you may qualify for, like the online quote discount or savings for paying in full. In fact, 99% of Progressive auto customers earn at least one discount. See if you could save when you switch to Progressive. You'll feel good about making a savvy choice. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little extra cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946. By new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary. Progressive.
At first, I didn't think it was real. I woke up to this blinding light, and I was transported to another place. Pluto TV. Then I heard a voice.
Come with me if you want to live.
There were thousands of movies and shows, and they were all free. The truth is our city. It's just so beautiful.
On Pluto TV, free streaming of Terminator 2, Fringe, Arrow, The 100, and The X-Files may cause excitement, loss of sleep, and sudden belief in extraterrestrials. No credit cards or alien encounters necessary. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
All right, fan questions. Q&A, let's do it, fam. Also, remember, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Time, Texas time, we are doing our first live stream for members only. It's going to be a conversation between me, you, fire away, whatever you guys want to talk about, literally whatever you want, bring it on. We're going at 11 a.m. Central Time. Thick Boy YouTube, just join the club. It's a Big Brown Breakdown Club. Become a member, and then we get to chat about it. That's going down tomorrow.
We should actually talk about this. So it's for the public, but only members can chat.
Gotcha.
Okay, so if you want to do that.
Cool. All right, let's get to these fan questions. Texan_Josh, Texas John. Fan question. Whatever happened to free weight tournaments and fights? It was a huge part of the reason why a lot of us started watching MMA. Yeah. 170-pound dudes, arm barring 220 freaks was awesome. A free weight division or league would be something I think would get much more attention than dumbass slap fighting or bare knuckle boxing. I realize the game has evolved and huge guys are now better than they were in the 90s, but I know there are 180, 190-pound guys out there that could still get it done, right? Yeah, I think it would be a good way to differentiate themselves from the UFC or these other fight leagues. I'm with you. It would be dope. The issue is there's commissions now. So in America, it's going to be tough. I mean, you could get away with it on some of the Native American land, some of the unsanctioned places, and definitely in, Costa Rica, DR, Russia. Russia does wild shit. Middle East, stuff like that. You could get away with it. But in America, the commission's going to give you a hard time. That's why you don't see it. But I'm with you. Be sick. Stop the Pladness. Jerry Gregory. Fan question, attempt number 11, for God's sakes. What's your take on how much luck is involved in fights? I notice with live fights, I don't consider anything as lucky, but on replays or rewatching fights, I tend to be more aware. Messes with me now after years of watching fighting and rewatching older ones. I notice just how small, simple decisions in the fight made the outcome what it was, and I second guess just how phenomenal my favorite fighters are or were. Go back up to the top. How much is luck involved in fights? I would say a lot of luck. What is luck? Luck's, I think these guys, the fighters at the UFC level train so much. So let's say Poatan wins this Sunday with a left hook. He's thrown that left hook 30,000 times in that sequence to prepare himself for when the opening is there, and it's muscle memory and it's reaction time. So, I don't know about too much luck. Or if you see a guy, set something up, whether it's a head kick or something like that. You think of Leon Edwards, right? When he won the belt off Kamaru Usman, that he's thrown that kick how many times? So, not a lot of luck. A lot of opportunity and being prepared for the opportunity is what I would say. It's like... is Freddie Freeman lucky he hit that game-winning grand slam to win in the World Series? Man, or since the age of 6 has he worked on that exact swing? And for when the moment arises, he can capitalize on it because he has the muscle memory, the hand-eye coordination. So at the professional level, not too much luck. Cage Sabo, C5 Sabo. I don't know shit about Zahabi. How does that fight with Sugar go? Zahabi's a tough dude. Go to his record chain. He's on a big win streak. He's a problem. The thing is, he's just a really good matchup for Sugar. He's a really good matchup for Sugar Sean. He's won, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's beat Cheeto, Jose, Pedro Munoz. He's beat some fucking tough guys. That being said, he won a split decision over Cheeto. We saw kind of what Sugar did to Cheeto. Stylistically, it's a very tough fight for him. For Zahabi, it's a very tough fight. Being a stationary fighter against a elusive counter striker, crisp striker like Sugar should win this fight.
I also remember against Jose Aldo, it was very controversial. Even though it says decision unanimous, it was very controversial. So,
yeah, he's not blowing the doors off anyone. It's a very, very favorable matchup for Sugar. Let's put it that way. D703_MMA. Fan question. Yo, big... It says Big Grown. Big Grown. Yeah, he meant to say Big Brown. Yo, Big Grown. It's your boy D from Alexandria, Virginia, back again. Real quick, as I said before, I saw your fight in Fairfax, Virginia. That's when I fought Johnny Curtis, man. Broke my thumb, but I knocked him out. Then when I saw you in the lineup on The Ultimate Fighter, I was like, oh, shit, that old boy? Then I looked. Is that Roy Nelson? The fuck is he doing in there? I think The Ultimate Fighter is for young and upcoming fighters trying to build their name, sharing personalities and backstories. The fans choose who they root for throughout the tournament. It's not for veterans with 25 fights that were world champions in other organizations. You're the real winner of that season. He had no business in there in the house. They really fucked you over, bro. Facts, but it is what it is, dude. I remember you saying Bobby Lashley's back never touched the mat in training. So an RAF wrestling match, who you got, Bobby Lashley or Brock Lesnar? Keep killing it, bro. Bobby Lashley. Yeah, Bobby Lashley. Telling you boys, motherfucker's a problem. He's older now, so I don't know, and so is Brock, but I'll take Bobby Lashley.
Seems like there's two here, but you tell me. First of all,
no, there's only one.
Okay.
Food and the fighters, Anthony. Is the UFC hiding any secrets for the White House card? I know Dana likes to get that huge pop during the event. Maybe Joe Rogan gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. Oh, I don't know. Joe's been pretty outspoken how weird and how he doesn't like this event. So it'd be weird to like celebrate him there. I don't know if they're going to do it and take away from the event. I think it's going to be a celebration of America, and they're going to put a lot of emphasis and effort into that. If they do any award, it's probably going to be to like a soldier, I would assume. But it's going to be all about America, celebrating America's 250 pastime and stuff like that. I don't see them singling anybody out. Josh MX331. Fan question, Big B. What have you been doing to be in the best shape of your life at your current age? I remember you joked years ago about looking like Hopper from Stranger Things, despite riding that Peloton all the time. Yeah, dude, I just wasn't, I was burning all these calories, but I wasn't in like great shape. I know you work out, but what's your diet like? Must be hard to eat clean with your spicy señorita cooking all those delicious Mexican dishes. Facts, dude. Yeah, my thing is I just eat less. I try to shut my fucking trap. And it's tough, especially when I coach so much because, you know, there's the snack shack and stuff like that and a ton of healthy options. So I fast. I try to fast all day these days. I just eat less, man. And when I do eat, it's quality food, not a ton of carbs. But I'm also not that psycho dad. Like if I'm out with like I was with my kiddos after the games on Saturday, they wanted pizza. I'll have pizza. You know, I'll have a slice or two. I won't eat an entire pizza like I used to back in the day. I'll have one or two. That's portion control. That's my thing now. And then peptides.
Yeah.
Landon, chow.
That's a hard one, yeah.
We'll just put Landon.
Okay.
In the event Justin wins, obviously one of the bigger deals for the U.S. and the White House card, but who would you see him fighting next? Similar question. All right, let's answer that first one. If Justin Gaethje wins, which I'm rooting for him, but it's going to be very tough. Obviously, one of the bigger deals for the U.S. and the White House card, but who would you see him fight next? Arman? Arman's fighting the winner. I would assume the only like outlier thing here is the big wild card is they're going to wait to match up whether the winner of Ilya or Justin, the winner of that could potentially fight Conor if Conor wins. If he loses, that's out the window. But let's say Conor wins. It's a lot. But if Conor wins, Ilya Conor's probably next. I would assume that's the biggest fight they can make. Because, you know, I think a week or two ago, I was saying Islam Conor. That's just such a fucking nightmare of a matchup. It doesn't make a ton of sense. But Ilya Conor does. Justin Conor does. So I could see that being next. Similar question for Poton. Who's next? Tom's got a layoff for a while. Does he sit? No. I think Tom comes back by the end of the year and Poton fights him. I think they have to do that. The only reason he wouldn't is if this whole thing with Eddie Hearn keeps fucking this up, which we don't want. And who's Huffy's next in your opinion, assuming he demolishes Chandler like he should? I don't think Huffy wins. I think he's overrated. I think he has cardio issues. What else you got, Chin?
That's it.
That's it, y'all. Great questions. Again, see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time. Please show up, show out. So the public can view it, but in order to actually write comments and ask questions, you have to be a member. So join the member right now. Click on my YouTube Thick Boy. You'll see join. Click that little star there. Sign up. Become a member. Fire away. Let's do this. Let's have some fun. We're doing it Tuesday and Friday this week, leading up to the UFC 250 Freedom card. It's the biggest event in UFC history. Let's fucking do this. That's it, man. Thank you for sending the questions. I love you guys. Thank you for making the show what it is. Till next time, I'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central, live on Thick Boy YouTube. Join the club, Big Brown Breakdown Club. Love you guys. Chat with you tomorrow. I'm out.
When you're in a bind, you will find a new fight card to be broken down. And you can't fall asleep, 'cause he'll go balls deep on a card coming Saturday night. It's Big Brown, Big Brown, the Big Brown Breakdown coming to your town. He's big and he's brown. The big brown break.
Some of that was good.
Down.
Brendan